Marco, you're a brand ambassador, a celebrity chef, a businessman and a restaurateur. Do you sometimes miss the simplicity of just being behind a stove?
Trust me when I say this. There's nothing simple being behind a stove. It's highly complex, it's very tiring, and it's enormous, and the pressure is enormous. I like stepping behind the stove every so often. I like doing the service. But you know something? I like working on my pubs, on my hotels. I like working in the garden. I like planting my orchards, my wildflower meadows. Maybe I'm getting old.
Do you miss the world of Michelin dining?
I spent 22 years at that very high end of gastronomy. 2 3-star Michelins. And you know, 12 years ago I walked away from it. Do I miss it? No. It was the most fabulous journey. I really enjoyed it. But you know, we have to evolve. We have to move on. It took 10 years for me to remove the 3-star blinkers. And so now I look at things very differently. And I do things that I really enjoy. One of my favourite pastimes is developing my pubs, developing the gardens. You know, feeding everybody from every walk of life. My menus are created so everyone can afford them, not just a certain sector. And that's a little bit that didn't sit well with me. At that 3-star level, you don't have true regulars because it's so expensive. But in my boozers, I have people who come every week, I have people who come every night, I have people who come 3 times a week. They might come for a drink tonight, tomorrow they come for dinner. Then they're back in for dinner or a lunch on Sunday. I like the community of pubs around. I like working with the farmers, the local gardeners. That's my pleasure. That's my pastime.
And pubs have gone through quite a lot of turmoil in the last few years, but in your mind, what is the key to saving the industry?
If you look at what's happened over the last 30 years within pubs in Britain, beer sales have gone down. The world has changed. So when beer sales start going down, what did people do? They bring in the pool table, they bring in the jukebox, they bring in the fruit machines, all to add turnover back. Because drink driving, the smoking ban, it's all affected pubs. But the only way forward with pubs in the countryside is to turn them into a restaurant that serves a pint. And if you have rooms which can be developed upstairs, then turn your upstairs space into letting rooms. Take it back to what it was originally. It's an inn. What does an inn do? It beds people for the night, it waters them, and it feeds them. It's not that complicated really, but just do it very well and very simply. When I take over a pub, the first thing I do is reinstate or renovate any original fixtures and fittings. Firstly. Secondly, if I can add traditional bead and butt where it's been taken away or it's no longer, then I will. If I can add flagstones, I will. So I try to take them back to what they were. I don't try and modernise them.
So would you say you're quite hands-on in your businesses?
In the development of them, yes. In the vision for their future, yes. I don't get involved in the financial side of the day-to-day running of the businesses. Because I'm a great believer that you put your energies where it makes a difference, where it counts. To find a person who has one talent is very rare. To find a person who has more than one talent is even rarer.
Marco, some people have criticised you for being a brand ambassador for Knorr and for Bernard Matthews, saying that you've sold yourself out as a chef. What would you say to those people?
Well, firstly, I'm allowed to make a living. I have a family. I have my children. I have to create security for them, and I have to feed them. You cannot criticise a man for going to work. You really cannot. And you know something? I enjoy working with Knorr. I enjoy working with Bernard Matthews. I like sharing my knowledge, because by working with companies like Knorr and Bernard Matthews, it allows me to stand onto a bigger stage and to share my knowledge and to enrich people's lives. That's what's important for me. Michelin stars, they're my past. Today, enriching people's life, whether it's opening a pub and selling very good food at a price point, or showing people the versatility of stock cubes. That's where I get my pleasure, making people happy.
Thanks very much, Marco.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your time and your patience. Have a nice day.